Hello everyone, this is VideoCrowsNest calling you live from, well, the land of Age of Empires 2 HD once more, and boy, it's been a while. The long story is I've just been hassled with health issues and other fun stuff like that, so that's why I haven't been recording a lot. But today we will start Gengish Khan. The nomadic tribes of the Asia steppes spent centuries entangled in their own petty feuds until united under Gengish Khan. Within years, a highly disciplined army pours out of Mongolia to embark on a campaign of world conquest. But how can a tribe of horse archers possibly overcome the military might of Persia and Eastern Europe, let alone the technologically advanced empire of China? So, as you see, I've done some stuff here. And of course, as always, we'll be playing on hard difficulty. And we shall start with the chapter Crucible. Let's go.
A blue wolf took as his spouse a fallow doe. They settled at the head of the Onan River to raise their offspring, and there were born the Mongols. So begins my life's work, the secret history of the Mongols. I have been selected to compose this epic because great events are about to take place. We are going to leave Mongolia. I have lived always on this frigid, dry, and endless steppe. The tribes here squabble like vultures fighting over the desiccated corpse of a marmot. We fight over limited resources, scarce water, few trees, sparse grass for our herds to graze on. A wise and dangerous man named Temujin means to change all this. He says that if the tribal conflict is to end, the Mongols require but two things. First, we need green pastures for our herds. With more to go around, there will be less competition among the tribes. Second, we are a nation of warriors. We need a common enemy with which to do battle. To meet both these needs, Temujin has come up with the most modest of schemes: to unite the tribes and go to war with anyone who stands in our path. How, we ask him, how can nomadic horsemen in felt tents embark on a campaign of world conquest? Temujin replies that we will fight not as warriors, but as a unified army. We fight not for our glory, but for the glory of Mongolia. And with those words, the name of Temujin has passed almost into obscurity. His name is replaced with a title: Great Khan, Genghis Khan.
So here we go, we are thrust into the campaign here, and our objectives are: wait for instructions from Genghis Khan. Well, let's check out the hints a little bit later. I want to show you guys something here. Let's look at this.
Behold, the Horde of Gengish Khan approaches.
You men, you will visit each of the outlying tribes. You must convince as many as you can to join our glorious army. But beware the Karakitai, they are without honor.
Okay, so our big man boss here, Genghis Khan, gave us our orders. We are to ride forth each of the Mongol tribes and convince them to join the Khan's army. Make an example out of any tribes that openly war against you. Let's check out the hints. You can change diplomacy settings whenever you want, but don't be surprised if other tribes respond to your actions. Only monks are able to pick up, drop, and gather relics in monasteries. The Karaites are known to be the most religious of all the tribes, and may have a few monks near their camp. Use the objective button to keep track of your objectives or those who have changed. And let's see here, diplomacy tab. So we have quite a few tribes, and we originally worried about the Karakitai and their dishonorable ways. So thus we need to watch out for those guys. But everyone else seems to be friendly with us, for now. Okay. So let's get going. Let's visit this, the white tribe first, Ungras. See what they have to say for themselves. Just wondering here. Okay, we've reached their camp. See what they have to say for themselves.
I will follow you if you can prove to us that you are favored by the gods. Bring to us a holy relic.
Okay, these guys want a holy relic, as they said. I love this accent these guys were talking, it's hilarious. The Uri gods will join you if you bring a relic to their monastery. But we need a monk first, because we cannot carry relics on horseback, so we need a monk to carry them. I'm guessing only the monks have the license and registrations to carry a relic or something like that. I don't know what the deal with that. Okay, the horsemen pick up a relic, but whatever.
Winter has been hard, and our warriors are hungry. Bring us 20 sheep, and we will join you.
Okay, so we need to find...
Our monks can heal you.
Apologies, I spoke over the dialogue there for a bit. So we need to find 20 sheep for the blue tribe. The sheep should be around here somewhere, scattered around the map. They like to water around here somewhere. But beware of Karakitai, the red tribe. They are quite... you don't want to go in there, back away fast. We're not going to that place, they have a mangonel. I'm not messing with that. That's scary, man. Oh, we do not go that way. This way. Water explains why they didn't want to go this way. Let's hope that mangonel isn't stalking me across the map right now. That would be spooky. Okay, looks like there's nothing much here. So let's go back to where we came. I have played this campaign to practice it a bit, but as you guys see from the map screen, however, I don't recall this mission, like where the sheep are hiding at specifically. Uh-oh. Run away! Run away! Fortunately, these guys have monks to heal us with. So as long as nobody dies, we should be fine, because they have monks. And we're allies, so the monks should be able to heal us. Meanwhile, this guy can go look for some sheep while these guys get healed. Sheep! Sheep! Where are you? I hear some sheep. We have 3 sheep. There's some more sheep here. I saw you in the shadow of the mist hiding there. Or in the walk before, I should say. That's 5 sheep. We need 15 more. So right off the bat, I'm not going over the technology tree or anything like that, or my notes on this civilization yet, because we don't actually get to build anything in this mission. Next mission we get to build some stuff, so thus for in the next time I will go over the tech tree and what they have and what they don't have, and my own little notes on the civilization of how I like to play them and stuff like that. At least in the campaigns. I am no multiplayer person, so my tactics might be a little bit rusty compared to some pros in the multiplayer scene. Just to warn you guys. I'm doing this mostly for fun. Yeah, stuff like that. Okay, we need more sheep. What are these guys doing here? Get lost! Attack! Mangonels everywhere. Mangonels, I should say, everyone has mangonel. They're different units. Oof, scary stuff. Let's see what these guys have to say.
We are at war with the Taijus. Destroy their camp, and we will join.
Okay, they want me to kill a tribe to join them. This guy, these guys down here. I'm a little bit nervous about that mangonel, but I have no option but to go near it, I believe. Uh oh, towers. We don't want to go in there. Retreat! Retreat! Oh, uh-oh. Okay, let's go back to the monks and get healed. You guys can scout around here for more sheep. While we look for some, while these guys get patched up by the monks. See if there's any sheep up here. Probably not. Judging by how this coastline goes. But you never know. Might be some lost sheep up here. Up there is something else you will need to deal with later, but for now we just need to find some sheep. The reason I'm not doing all of these like rushing through them is because, as you saw, there are enemy troops around the map, as well as the fact that there's some scary stuff coming up that you need a lot of forces for. So it's not in your favor to do like go for the green tribe or the purple tribe first, but it's in your best interest to look for the sheep first to get those monks, then find a relic and get the relic to these guys, so you get even more forces, and then deal with the last two objectives. As a little tip. So look to bolster your army as the first thing to do before you try to go after some of these objectives. We need sheep first. The question is, where are the sheep? See what these guys have to say for themselves.
The Naiman are our enemy. If you drive them from the steppes, then and only then will we join you.
Okay, it seems the purple tribe and green tribe, as I said, are at war with each other. Oh, more sheep. Wonderful. Okay, we still need a bunch of sheep. So I think we need, was it 13 or 7 more sheep? The question depends. And then there's the Cyan Drive up here, which I haven't even visited yet. That Cyan Drive has a bit of a boss encounter, if you want to call it that, so I would also not go there unless you have some forces of you to boss yourself with, because it's a boss battle up there, to spoil a little bit. If you want to consider fighting a legendary creature or person, what are we going to call it, the boss battle. But I'm still wondering, where are those sheep? This guy to explore up here. There should be some more sheep down here. So yeah, this is not the most fast pace of starters for the campaign. I mean, we'll have more of those in the future, but for now this should be... Oh. Oh. Oh-ho! So here's some sheep. Forget about those guys up there. So it seems the Karakitai have a little fortress up here with some sheep. We shall go take their sheep from them then. Don't think they'll like us very much for this, but whatever. Okay, let's hope there's no Mangodai up here. Or Mangonella, I keep confusing the two. Nope. Just kill the archers. Hopefully there's enough sheep. Where did you go? Oh, you're down here. Let's continue exploring for a bit. These guys more sheep. Uh-oh. Run away! Run away! Surprising that the Horde of Gengish Khan will pass for this way to kill these towers. I'm guessing they went for a lunch break or something like that. Oh, more sheep. We need more sheep. We found some. Get these sheep to go over here. Hopefully these are the last bit of sheep we need. I'm getting a little bit tired of playing Sheep Herder Simulator 5000. Go sheep, go! March forth, my army of sheep! We shall take over the world with the power of super sheep! I don't know if any of you ever played Worms, the Worm series of games, you know, with the ridiculous weapons like super sheep and stuff like that. Ah, those were the times. Yonder year, back in the yesteryears. The more towers, we don't want to go in there. So I do have a plan after we get all these sheep. This is a little bit of the objective where it's like a little bit of roaming about, getting. Oh, that should be plenty of sheep to give them out. That should be all the sheep they want. But basically, you know, it's just takes a little bit of time for me to get used to playing this game again because I've been like, as I said, gone for quite a bit because of some real life stuff that I can tell you guys about. But it's not. This is the time and place to tell you about it because we're in the middle of a mission here. So anyways, we have the sheep coming in and our forces should be bolstered a bit. So we can go visit these guys over here and see what they want. They should be our next port of call.
Thank you, Great Khan. We will honor our word by providing you with these soldiers.
Okay, we have more troops now. Wonderful. Okay, monks, go to work. Heal the people. Let there be healing. As someone would say, I need healing. Though I haven't played that game, so I shouldn't make these jokes. Okay. Now, here's the gist of it. Next up, we wanna visit the cyan, guys. Save the purple or the green type for the last. I recommend you side with the purples and go for green, because purple has towers and more troops, while green has a bunch of huts and some archers. So I recommend you go after you do the cyan mission, you go for green's place. You go attack green, because purple is more fortified and has more towers, as I said, like this here. This will wreck you if you're not careful. Will cause severe damage to your forces. So you gotta be careful of that. We just want to stay away from these towers and other things down here. Now, these guys want a relic. There are two ways to get a relic. One, you assault the Urukut... Sorry? The Karakitar's fortress up here has one. And then there is also one around here somewhere, if I recall right. And we'll get into how we get that one in a moment. Once we're done talking while we talk to the Cyan guys. They should have some interesting stuff to tell us. Hopefully. Run this guy up ahead, up ahead. Run, Forrest, run!
You must prove that our people will benefit from this alliance. There is a great wolf, Ornlu, whose pack has been attacking our flocks. Slay him, and we will join your horde.
What are we, pest extermination all of a sudden? Oh yeah, okay. We gotta kill Ornlu, the Great Wolf. Get used to seeing this wolf, by the way. They like to make guest appearances in a lot of missions and stuff like that, so get used to that. Oh, by the way, here's some dire wolves. And I have a relic, by the way. This is very good for us. So you pick up the relic. You guys target this goddamn wolf. Okay, we have the relic. Walk it over there. Well, these guys go this way to kill a wolf. Meanwhile, you get to go over here and hopefully not get killed by anything. Oh, sheep. Lovely. Sheep can bugger off, we don't need you. Where on earth are the entrance to these mountains? Are they over here somewhere? This is the part I don't remember as well too well. We don't want to go near those guys. Get this one, otherwise the monk gets himself killed. I'll scout ahead with one of my scouts while these guys march around. Takes a while with the monk in the convoy. Yeah, there's a mountain here side. Oh, here we go. I think it's this way. Yeah, it's this way, judging by all the corpses. So judging from all these corpses, this might be the right way. Jinkies, we got a clue, mystery on our hands. I think this is a clue for Detective Sherlock to solve. So navigate this guy around so he doesn't get himself killed. Okay, that's that. Monk gets to hang back. Rest of us, let's go kill some wolves. Wolves everywhere. You've already killed Orlai?
You have done well in bringing to us this artifact. We will ride with the great Khan.
They've already killed it? What? I think we did. Let's check out the town if these guys have something to say to us.
Yes, that is the pelt of the great wolf. We will join you, Genghis Khan. And to seal the agreement, we will give you the gift of flaming arrows.
Gift of flaming arrows. Okay, so we are all set to go. We only have one mission more. One more mission to go. So we're gonna go raid Green's place, and then we are done with this mission. Just gotta watch out for the Karakitai clowns. Okay, guess they got this goddamn so it causes him more grief. For these archers as well. You like archers, eh? I got some of my own as well. Here, take that. Like Ace Attorney. Take that! Hold it! Objection! Never actually played any of those games, to be honest. This monk can in the meantime walk outside town. He can be a messenger once we're done with these guys down here. I mean, we could heal up, but we don't need to heal up for the green guys. These guys are not that dangerous of a foe. As long as I recall it right. Could be different on hard difficulty, but you never know. I have practiced this quite a few times though. Or played for a few times on my own. But not on hard difficulty many times. I've done it some practice on a hard difficulty though. Obviously enough. Though I still can remember where the heck those sheep were. Okay, diplomacy Koreans. They are now our enemies. Much easier to take out all those towers, eh? Okay, monk. You walk on over there and tell those guys what the good news. Their enemies have been vanquished. Hurry up, monk. Faster, monk, faster! Like I said, kind of a slow start, but this campaign is quite intense when you get to it. Some really tricky missions to come ahead of us. So you should be in for a treat. Especially watching me sometimes fail these runs. Failure is always an option, I say. What, the monk doesn't count? Fine. Guessing the monk isn't enough, so we need to send one of those guys to deal with. Wait a minute. They never show if you take the turn, you return to tell the tale. So I'm guessing they want the monk is in a good. They determined that the monk isn't a very good storyteller from all this. That's we can determine that. This guy's going having fun over there. Good thing we killed the stuff here, so our little archer messenger here isn't in peril.
Because you have vanquished our enemy, we will gladly join the Horde.
I think that's it. I think that's every one of these tribes.
4 Mongol tribes now follow the banner of Genghis Khan. The rest of the world will soon know true fear.
You said it. Okay. So let's. I would normally go for the map for anything I've missed, but I can tell you here, like, they have a relic here, they have a bunch of stuff down here, and they also have the fortress up here, as I said, a fortress up there, some fortress over here. Anyways. That's it. That's all done for now. Let's go for the ending story epilogue, and then we're finishing off this episode.
Nearly all of the Mongol tribes have united under the Great Khan. The chieftains of those tribes reluctant to join were boiled alive. Each day, new faces have taken up the bow. Unfamiliar hands hold the 9 bands of yak hair that has become Genghis's standard. There are more men and horses gathered in the camp than I ever knew existed. Horse archers and lancers, men in leather cuirass and silk armor, all lift their heads upward to the platform from where Genghis speaks. The Great Khan calls himself the punishment of God. Men smile like hungry wolves. It is dawn of the first day of the Mongolian Empire.
Okay, so that did it for this mission. Next up, join me for A Life of Revenge. This is VideoCrow signing out. See you guys.